Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have this really fun makeup look for you guys. I decided I would take to my Instagram. If you aren't following me, it is hpmmakeup. Make sure you follow me because that is mostly where I post that I'm uploading or I ask you guys what you guys want to see in future videos. If you guys would rather see a maroon smoky eye, a reverse smoky eye, or something with a dark lip, and I got a pretty good mix of both maroon smoky eye and a reverse smoky eye, so I figured I would go ahead and do a maroon reverse smoky eye. So this is what I came up with. I love how it turned out. I feel so like grungy and cool, even though like I'm not. So as I did say, this is a maroon reverse smoky eye, so all of the drama and darkness is on the lower lash line, as you can tell. However, I did balance it out with some really nice big fluffy lashes. But if you want to see just strictly a maroon smoky eye where it is all on the lid, and I will definitely still do that for you guys, but I'm pretty satisfied with how this turned out, and I think that it's really perfect for fall, going out in the fall. Yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoy this look. It's something a little different than I've ever done. So if you guys want to know how to recreate this look, just keep on watching.
Okay, so starting out with already primed lids, I did use my Urban Decay primer potion. I'm then going to be taking Blanc Type. This is by MAC, and I'm going to be using the shadow to set from lid to brow bone. This is just going to create a really nice soft base for the other shadows to go on top of, and it is also going to help with the blending. Next, I'm going to be going in with Soft Brown and Omega. Both of these are by MAC as well, and I'm going to be picking those up on a MAC 217 brush and applying those shades to my lid as well as into my crease. The reason why I chose these two shadows is because they are neutral, and as I said in the beginning of the video, the bottom is where all the drama is when it comes to reverse smoky eye, so you want to make sure that the top looks nice and clean, but you also don't want it to look blank either. So that's why I just chose these two shadows, because they're nice and light and neutral. Next, I am going to go in and make sure that I really buff out those edges. If you watched my 7 tips that will change your makeup game video, then you know all about this brush I am using. It's just a clean, dense buffer brush, and I'm just using that to really blend out those edges so it doesn't look like I just have a blob of eyeshadow just sitting there on my eyelids. So after all that is blended out, I'm going to then move on to the face. I started out by priming with the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer, and I just used this to make sure that my pores were all smoothed over, filled in, my skin had a nice even texture so that my foundation would go on nice and smooth. And for foundation, I'm going to be mixing my Sephora Radiant Luminizing Drops. These are in the shade Morning Light, and I'm going to be using my L'Oreal True Match Lumi Foundation. I believe this is in the shade Classic Ivory. I'm going to mix those two together, dot them on my face, and then I'm going to buff that into my skin with a Sigma F80 Flat Top Kabuki brush. It's really important to make sure that when you are blending in your foundation that you really work it into your skin, because if you don't, then the foundation is just going to sit there and it is going to just look like another layer on top of your skin, and that's what creates cakiness, and we all know that is not cute. Next, I'm going to go with my Airspun powder and apply it under my eyes as well as, I guess, into my hair. We're just going to ignore that. Then I'm going to pick up Brown Script by MAC on a Sigma E45 brush, and I'm just going to really make sure that I buff this color out on the lower lash line, and I'm also going to extend it further than my outer corner and give it a kind of wing shape, and that's what's going to kind of start to create the really interesting looking reverse smoky eye effect. So after I have applied that color, I'm going to be taking the same brush, but this time I'm going to be going into a BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm going to be picking up this really interesting dusty deep reddish brown shade, and I'm going to be applying that on top of Brown Script just to kind of make it look a little less intense, and it's just going to kind of soften it up a little bit. After I have done that, I'm then going to go into my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette, and I'm going to be picking up the shade Punk. This is just a really nice deep maroon shade, and I'm going to be picking that up on a flat definer brush, and I'm just going to really make sure that I go in there and smoke that out on my lower lash line, and I am going to also extend this shadow like I did the other two. And then I'm going to go back in with the same Sigma E45 brush, and I'm going to just make sure that everything is nice and blended and there are no harsh lines. I did go ahead and I lined my waterline and that kind of stuff off camera, but then I just went ahead and I applied a thin line of liquid liner onto my top lash line just because that's going to help hide the lash band for the lashes better. I did go ahead and apply my falsies, and then I'm going to just apply mascara as I normally do. After that, I'm going to go ahead and warm up my skin with this really nice bronzy kind of reddish shade. It has some red undertones to it, and I am going to be using this as a bronzer but as a blush as well, so I'm really going to make sure that I apply that to the apples of my cheeks a little bit as well, so that I do look like I have some color on my cheeks. And then I'm going to go in with the Becca Moonstone highlighter on a MAC 236 brush, and I'm just going to be applying that to all the parts of my face that I want highlighted, such as my chin, my nose, my cupid's bow, my cheekbones, a little bit on my forehead, and I did also highlight my inner corners with this same highlighter as well. Then for lips, I'm going to be going in with this ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip. This is in the shade Beeper. This is by far one of the most comfortable ultra matte lips I've tried from them. Sometimes they can just get very cracky and just not very comfortable to wear, but this one's actually very comfortable to wear. And I did decide that I didn't want it to be matte. I did want to give my lips some extra dimension, although like I said, this shade is very comfortable to wear. I just wanted to add a gloss on top, so I decided to go in with this Revlon, I believe it is, a gloss, and this is in the shade Supernatural. It's just a really nice nudie pink color.
Alright guys, so that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you let me know by giving me a thumbs up, as well as subscribing down below. Also, let me know down in the comment section what other videos you would like to see from me, and I'd be more than happy to do those for you. But until then, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!